The writing section is probably the most unpredictable of the 5 sections of the ACT. With the other 4 sections, you simply have to answer as many questions correctly as possible. But with this section, there's only one question, the prompt, and there isn't a correct answer, but rather you are graded on how well you state your beliefs on what the prompt is asking about. That's the writing section in a nutshell. While we can't teach you how you should actually answer the prompt on test day, in this video we'll show you how you can go about expressing your beliefs on the given prompt in the most effective way possible to attain a perfect score. So when it comes to the writing section, it's usually ideal to stick to the 5-paragraph format of an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. You don't really need more than that, and if you have anything less than that, you're putting yourself at risk of having an essay that doesn't fulfill the requirements. Because your essay has to be complete and has to have the material to complete your argument. Now, this is the ACT writing rubric. There are 4 grading categories graded on a scale of 1 to 6, and the 6th scale is shown before you in this picture. Now, that's a lot of words and a lot of reading, so we're going to decipher this rubric and give you the main information you need, plus the course of action you need to take to stick to this rubric. And in this video, we'll focus on discussing the first skill category, ideas and analysis, all the way to the left on the rubric. There are 4 main criteria that you must meet to get a 6 out of 6 in this category. Criteria number 1 is that your essay considers multiple perspectives on the issue. So what does multiple perspectives mean? This means that the main focus of the essay will obviously be what you think, but you also have to consider or at least mention some other viewpoint or belief or opinion on the issue in your essay somewhere. That's the requirement when it comes to this criteria, and there's a number of ways to go about it. One of the most direct and one of the best ways to go about it is to have a refutation or a counter argument, which is basically where you say, this is what I believe, this is what someone else believes, and this is why they're wrong. When you do this, you're not just supporting your argument, but you're also convincing the reader why the opposition is wrong or why the other argument is wrong. And that obviously helps your essay. Using this kind of argument is really important because it gives your essay more variety and also keeps you from being one-dimensional, because you're obviously taking into account different things, different arguments, different perspectives. That gives you a more complete argument. Criteria number 2 is that your argument must have an extent of uniqueness to it. Now, we aren't saying that your essay has to be totally unique and unlike any other essay that the graders will see. But what it does mean is that you need to bring in some argument or some experience or some evidence that is unique to you, and that will make your essay stand out from the rest, at least to an extent. Perhaps this can be an experience that you or a friend had that is unique and relevant to the essay. Or perhaps your essay considers a new perspective on the issue, or a perspective that's usually ignored. Or maybe you employ a style or a tone to your essay that is unexpected yet appropriate and effective. There are a number of ways to distinguish your essay, and you really have to think about what you specifically can bring that is different and unique. And simply asking yourself how you can make your argument stand out before you write your essay is a perfect start, because your experiences, your life, and your perspectives have an element of uniqueness that can certainly be implemented in your essay. It just takes a little bit of thinking and self-analysis. Criteria number 3 is that your argument must establish an insightful context to answer the prompt. This one's a bit challenging to explain, but to establish a context means to set the tone and set up or frame the argument in a way that makes it more effective. Let's explain this with a baseball example. If you're the batter, in order to hit the ball the best you possibly can, you want to first set your body up, set your feet, get ready for the pitch, focus on the ball, and do all of that before you take your swing. In the same way, before you go ahead and say what you believe, you need to set the tone and create an environment where your argument flows well and the points at home the best they possibly can. You need to establish an insightful context by using effective debating and argumentative techniques. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is by getting the reader to agree and continuously say yes to your argument as it builds up. And then by the time you're done making your argumentative points, the reader will have said yes enough times to actually consider your argument as correct or true. In this way, setting a context basically means you have to be smart in how you argue, and you want to lead the audience down a mental path that would make them want to support you. It may seem confusing and very challenging, but it can be put in simple terms by thinking of it this way. If you were in a debate and the audience were the judges, how would you organize your argument to little by little get the audience to agree with you more and more? In this sense, you kind of want to build your argument slowly before you make your main point and really hit the argument home. That's how you establish context. The last criteria is that your argument must take into account a variety of consequences, implications, tensions, assumptions, and or stakeholders in your essay. Now, you don't have to include all of the outside factors that I just listed, but you should include certain important and relevant opinions and beliefs or stakeholders that are related to your opinion or your argument. And remember, you want to consider outside factors that relate to your issue, not just the things that are within the issue itself. So for example, if you're writing about dress codes, don't just say that you don't like dress codes or that dress codes can be inconvenient. Perhaps consider the financial implications of having dress codes. It's stuff like that, just things that are not exactly part of the issue, but related to it. Including this in your essay is very important because it makes sure that your argument has variety and that it applies to more than just one or two stakeholders or consequences or things like that. Remember, consider outside factors and include them in your essay. So that's all we'll discuss for the first criteria of the writing section. For more information on the writing section and the ACT as a whole, be sure to check out our other videos and our full ACT prep program, The 3 Steps to Master the ACT, which is on our website, linked below. We have a course that is packed to the brim with all kinds of strategies and a never-before-seen subject matter study resource where you can master each and every one of the skills on each section of the ACT exam, all in one place. For more information on that and how you can use it most effectively, check out our website, again linked below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. This is Shahir Mirza from 5 Academy, signing off.